25 years old. Brother-in-law 35 years old. Discovered my sister 28 years old was cheating on him and my heart is breaking. Note: some minor details will be changed or omitted because I don't know if family members have Reddit account. But I won't be adding anything untruthful. I feel so weak. Now I know how it feels when people say they feel numb. As context, my sister has always been the black sheep in our family and was the most disobedient, rebellious in our Asian family household. Stayed out till late, fought with teachers, has history of lying, gaslighting. But since she had my beautiful niece and married my brother-in-law, she straightened her life and mellowed down her temper. My brother-in-law is the best you could ever wish for. He was gentle but not a pushover. He was always respectful and treated my parents very well. They lived a floor above where our family apartment is. I learned today that the reason for their fallout a week ago was my sister's infidelity. I listened when my older sister explained it to me and comforted my brother-in-law, but I broke down crying when I went inside the toilet. My father cheated too when I was around 3 years old, had an estranged half-brother. But my mother was too dependent emotionally and financially to my father and they reconciled. This had a huge effect on my mental health since I learned of this fact when I was in HS. I am civil and thankful for his sacrifices, but a part of me always hated my father because of this. Never did I imagine that someone I love would do this again, and I didn't know that it would cause me so much pain. My brother-in-law was approached by the AP's wife and showed pics and other evidences of the infidelity. She collated everything and was planning to file an administrative vase against my sister so she will lose her job. My sister hasn't gone home in days. When my brother-in-law suddenly traveled 2 hours to go to his parents, we knew they fought. My sister said she caught him cheating and told us to cut contact. She knew how our family viewed infidelity and so we blocked my BIL. But I knew my sister, so I told my parents that we need to hear BIL's side of the story. And lo and behold, he showed us months worth of pics and videos kissing another guy. I can't even look at my parents' face without getting teary-eyed because they just look crushed and so sorry. I don't know why I posted this, if I'm asking for advice or I don't know. I was always a lurker in this sub because of my trust issues. It was both comforting and alarming that a lot of people go through what I'm going through. I just don't know what to do. For me, my first priority is my toddler niece. We don't know what my sister is thinking and she denies everything. She doesn't know about the evidences. We are afraid she will get my niece and just disappear. Just had dinner full of tears with our brother-in-law and I'm sick to my stomach. Edit. Put toddler and remove my niece's age. Support the BIL. Remind the sister of how traumatic your father's infidelity was and why is she acting the same? Then minimize contact with the sister and encourage the BIL to move on and seek a more trusting relationship, but ask to stay in his life with your niece. The first thing I did when I saw my BIL, I hugged him and apologized. He was so close to our family and he was the first brother we had. We're 4 girls in the family. I will never forget his heartbroken and worn out face. My sister is just a wall, even to us. We were all close, but this always happens when she messes up. Trouble, nasty confrontation, reconciliation, peace, and another trouble. Through it all, we forgave her and had a strong sister's bond. However, her pride is too strong and I don't have the strength to fight with her anymore. My sisters and I are all angry at her, but my mind and body are just tired. We don't even know where she is. My parents and sisters are still trying to contact her now. From our conversation, I think my BIL is trying to reconcile. Not 100% sure. After he learned of the affair, he waited for her to confess. Called her and asked if she had anything to confess. She said nothing. He said all he wants is to talk to her honestly. I don't know if my sister is trying to process the mess she is in, and I don't know if she wants to reconcile or not. I hate thinking my niece will grow with a broken family, but if it were up to me I hope they won't get back together. I think they will end up fighting all the time, always suspicious, and that's what I grew up with. But I don't think I can tell my BIL what to do right now. Answering this question has made me realize the reason for posting this rant is because I am so confused right now between loving and hating my sister, feeling so guilty towards my BIL and siding with my family, not because anyone is telling me to but because my sister is my family. Maybe that's why I feel this way. I'm 32 years old male, very uncomfortable with my wife's 33 years old female relationship with her new friend, 29 years old female. I want to bring it up, but it may seem hypocritical as I had an affair. Me and my BS got married 9 years ago. We have 2 daughters, a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. 2 years ago I had an affair and ended up getting caught by my wife about 4 months in. It was wrong and I regret every second of it. My wife and I chose to reconcile, and we've been working through it. Things have been understandably rough since the affair happened. Me and my wife go through periods where we're extremely close and loving, and then she'll become cold to me. About 8 months ago, Alice met Brittany. Alice and Brittany are both bisexual women. Brittany divorced her husband 4 years ago for making the same awful mistake I made. Brittany has been helping Alice with our reconciliation, mainly by telling her all the feelings that she felt, and all the things she should expect if we go down this road. They are incredibly close. Close to the point where it makes me uncomfortable. She hangs out with her all the time, alone. They drink together, smoke together, she'll stay out with her till midnight and stumble back home drunk as a skunk. I really am not okay with this, but I know that if I do bring up my discomfort with this, I'll look like a massive hypocrite. Is there a correct way I can go about this? TL. Doctor, I cheated on my wife 2 years ago. I'm uncomfortable with the relationship she's forming with the woman that's helping her through this. You lost whatever moral high ground you had when you decided to forsake your marriage vows. I think maybe your wife feels you deserve a little payback for your affair. I believe I see maybe in the cards for both of you before the marriage ends up in the dumpster. I don't see you getting a lot of support in this sub as a past cheater, but I also have to believe people can change, as I'm trying to reconcile with my so after cheating on their end, mostly due to our kids. I don't think you are in the wrong for being concerned about her more risque behavior, but I wouldn't approach it from a cheating perspective yet. Really understand what your concerns are. Sounds like the root cause is that you're worried about a change in her that may lead to bigger consequences, with cheating maybe only one of them. You're worried she doesn't have faith in the relationship. Really try to sit down and talk to it. If you're worried about other things, drunk driving or her ability to function as a mom-wife, then clearly state those concerns without accusations of cheating. Unfortunately, due to your past, she is entitled to a lot of patience from you. If she needs to blow off steam because of your relationship, then you may have to accept that. However, if her behavior is causing a strain, you have the right to try to work on it, or not accept it. If she's capable of being honest, hopefully any merits to cheating will fall out of this conversation. She also decided to continue the relationship, so some of this falls on her shoulders. Being honest and having the lines of communications open are key. Let her know you understand that you're trying to change and be more understanding. A therapist could help in these manners. Need advice? Emotion and physical cheater. Help. Background. My fiancé and I had been having issues. I blame a lot of it on myself because I feel like I was lost. I didn't know what to feel about anything anymore, and I knew I needed to get help. I also hate confrontation, so when we tried to talk I shut down. I also have major trust issues from a previous relationship which he knows. My fiancé and I have been on and off for the last 10 years, but mostly on. Recently, I felt something was off, but he assured me I was overthinking everything. This past Friday his phone was charging in the car while we were on a road trip with my family. It fell on me, and he was sleeping, so I looked and he had some messages from a person he previously worked with. Either it was odd because the message was something a male wouldn't say to another male. So, I opened his messages and found out he cheated on me about 2 weeks ago. I held it in the entire day, so I didn't ruin the day. Fuck my feelings, I guess, because I was dying inside. Anyways, I asked him questions to get him to confess and he didn't. I confronted him last night, and I have never Felt so broken in my entire life. To make things even worse, he cheated on me while I was at work on our 1-year anniversary of our engagement. I found all of this out on the night that would have been our rehearsal in a 4-hour wedding. I confronted him on the evening that should have been our wedding, but we had postponed it due to COVID. I feel so many emotions. I feel sick. I keep crying on and off. I have no appetite and my heart I'd broken. I don't know what to do. I still love him, but I keep blaming this all on me. If I had done something different then this never would have happened. We have a house together that we got almost a year ago, and out of all the guys I've ever been with he said he would never cheat. I don't understand how the one person I truly loved and wanted a life with could do something to ruin my life, our future. Please help.